Ever wondered why someone as divine as the Son of God had to learn obedience through suffering? This question takes center stage in our exploration today as we delve into the profound words of Hebrews 5:8. Though he was a son, yet he learned obedience by the things which he suffered. The paradox here is striking. We're talking about the Son of God, a divine figure having to learn something as basic as obedience. Now picture this. If even he, in his divine wisdom and power, had to learn obedience, what does that tell us about the process of learning and growth? This brings us to the second part of the paradox, suffering. It seems counterintuitive, doesn't it? We often associate suffering with negativity, with hardship. But here, it's presented as a tool for learning and growth. The verse suggests that even the Son of God grew in obedience through his experiences of suffering. This concept is not as alien as it might seem at first glance. In fact, it's a fundamental aspect of the human experience. Think about it. Our most profound learning experiences often come from our trials and tribulations. They shape us, mold us, and ultimately teach us invaluable lessons about life and about ourselves. Suffering, in this sense, is not just about enduring pain or hardship, it's about transformation. It's about emerging from the crucible of experience, not just stronger but wiser. It's about understanding the world and our place in it, in a way we never could have without those trials. In the end, the paradox of obedience and suffering shows us that even the divine are not exempt from the universal law of growth through suffering. It's a powerful reminder that growth, learning, and transformation often come at the cost of comfort. And it's a testament to the strength and resilience inherent in all of us, divine and mortal alike. So we see even the divine Son of God was not exempt from the universal law of growth through suffering. Let's delve deeper into Hebrews 5:8. How can we understand this verse in a broader context? To begin, we find the phrase, though he was a son. This conveys a profound truth about Jesus, his divine nature. He was not just any son, but the Son of God, embodying both divinity and perfection. Yet, the verse doesn't stop there. It illustrates a paradox that challenges our understanding of divinity. The verse continues, yet he learned obedience. Now this is fascinating, isn't it? How could someone divine, someone perfect, learn obedience? But here we see the humanity of Jesus in play. As a human, Jesus experienced life just as we do. He learned, grew, and developed. And part of that development was learning obedience, learning to submit his will to the Father, despite his divine nature. Then we come to, by the things which he suffered. This part of the verse points to the role of suffering in our spiritual journey. Like a blacksmith uses heat to shape metal, God uses suffering to shape us, to mold our character. Jesus, in his humanity, was not exempt from this process. His suffering was not meaningless, but served a divine purpose. In essence, Hebrews 5:8 tells us that even Jesus, in his divinity, was subject to the human experience of learning through suffering. So, what does Hebrews 5:8 mean for us today? It teaches us that obedience and suffering are interconnected, that through our trials we learn to be more obedient to life's greater lessons. Each day we have the chance to apply this teaching, to view our challenges not as burdens, but as opportunities for growth and understanding. We must never forget that suffering has a purpose and can lead to profound growth. Remember, like the Son of God, we too can learn and grow through our experiences, even the painful ones.